Good morning everyone, Ragewood here, back with another video in my weekly dump that I do. This one we're taking a quick look at the Snowstorm Dungeon 3, which is this case Grave of Rot. Now I have done another video on this where I went into a bit of detail and when I was slightly weaker in my account. I'm just going to talk about it again very quickly and I'll show you my run. So, firstly, as you can see, we get some nice rewards here, alright? You get your 30 double compasses, some multi-battles, 2 mythic pieces. These are random, but still very nice to get. We're also getting 300 bread, your 15 globes, 90 worm arrow. The essence should be more at this stage, but whatever. And some solvent. Now I'm going to go to the dungeon for fast travel and we'll just talk about the boss briefly and some of his mechanics. So, Grave of Rot boss. Okay, let's have a look at him. He is fat, he is ugly. And now his first, well, I suppose his passives are the same as everyone. They're immune to control immunity. This one, and then the other one's Source of Filth. He deals damage to the enemy while reducing their max HP equal to 6% of the damage, so something to bear in mind. You will get squishier, in a way, essentially, as the fight goes on. When dealing damage, this damage increases by 10% for every debuff the target is inflicted with. So, very important. Cleanse your debuffs, otherwise you're going to get smacked harder. And then when dealing damage, there is a 100% chance of inflicting 1 stack of poison on the attacker. So, for me, I sort of get rid of this. I've got a full legendary team. I make no apologies for that, but I have Iskalland here. Now, Iskalland, she dispels all debuffs from all allies and grants them debuff immunity for 10 seconds. So, for me, I could use this on when the boss does his first ability to place debuffs. I'll heal myself and I'll stop the second lot of debuffs coming on. I also have Rose. Now, Rose is in my Witch's Remains. She puts attack down, but also she has a chance to dispel debuffs as well herself. So I've got 2 people here sort of filling that role. A little bit overkill, you could say. But better to be safe than sorry. Now, other options that you have, okay, some of them are only off of themselves rather than everyone, so do be sure to double check the kits, but I'm going to point out a few. Nathaniel has it on his battle skill. He dispels 1 debuff from all allies within range and grants them recovery over time. He also, is it his passive? Heals when the recovery over time. So you get 2 little heals here, which is just a nice thing to have. But with his battle skill, so you can see it surrounds him, so you could put him there in this instance. Okay, he'll take the heat from the boss, but he'll heal everyone. Likewise, you could put him just behind and do the same thing. So he is a good option for clearing 1. Goodland is similar to Iskalland in that she dispels all debuffs and she heals depending on the number of debuffs cleansed. So for her, you'd want her going after the boss's second ability just to cleanse everything off. As discussed, we've got Rose and Iskalland here. Gillian has it on her ultimate, removing 1. Furbath, believe it or not, when he deals damage to enemies under debuffs, he has 30% chance of hitting the ally with the lowest HP and dispelling 1 debuff from him. The more debuffs on the target, the higher the healing amount. So this isn't perfect, but it is still an option because you should be putting your debuffs up on your boss, your defense downs, your attack downs, that kind of thing, and your heal prohibitions in this fight. So yeah, he can potentially get rid of some debuffs for you. Although I think the sort of king free-to-play option here is Vicook. Okay, he dispels 2 and then heals them. For each one dispelled, he heals slightly more. He is going to be a great free-to-play option here. If you don't have Vikuk, though, Etches can get rid of one as well. But you could run both of these together. You could also run Enna. Enna has it on her ultimate as well. She dispels one. And believe it or not, even Hexandra has it on her battle skill, but again, it's less reliable because it's single target. So look out for your Ennas, your V-Cooks, Furbaths, Nathaniels, your 3-to-play options. I know it's limited, but most of you should have at least Enna, so it gives you at least one option here. Moving back to the boss, that was his passive. So his first ability, he'll inflict healing prohibition and 5 stacks of poison. Okay, so this is where sort of maybe if you're using Vikuk, you'd have him go just to get rid of this one first. Okay, because obviously without healing prohibition, we're screwed. Okay, his second ability puts recharge speed penalty on all of your team. Now again, it's important to remove this one as well. But if you're running Vikuk and Enna, for example, you want Vikuk up to do his ultimate after this first one to heal us. And then maybe we'd have Enna go on the second one, dispel one debuff, and put defense up, ready for the ultimate. Now the ultimate is he eats someone, okay, and then during the time that he's eating them, he'll deal damage and heal himself. So attack down and healing prohibition, something Sigrid is very good at doing, is also going to be an important thing to have. So as I just mentioned myself, if we look at debuffs and we go to healing reduction and attack penalty, surprise, surprise, we have Sigrid Queen just everywhere. Alright, she's a great option to bring into this fight. The Talis has the healing reduction and healing prohibition, okay. He also has a chance of inflicting attack penalty himself. So, you know, especially for me in Season 3, Sigrid and Litalis could be a good pairing as well. With your Vikuk, with your, Etches, and then you just need a tank at that point, and there's your team with 5-man affinity free to play. Jygel just has healing reduction, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he's got basic attack penalty as well in his battle skill. Dane has a great option, battle skill, healing, and then attack reduction there. And then you've got Euripikas, who has a chance of putting a bit of everything up. Gudlen's got the attack down on her ult, and has a chance of inflicting healing reduction if she can charm them. But you can't do that on a boss, but as you can see, a few options here, but Sigrid and Natalis are great for this fight as well. Now, if you're at the stage I am, where everything's level 100 and things like that, you'll notice I have no attack down and I have no heal reduction. Actually, that's a lie, Rose has it on her ult. But I have no heal reduction for the ultimate. I'm just brute forcing it at this stage. Which, when you get to level 100, you should be able to do yourself. So looking at my skill timings, I've got Isilla just going whenever she feels like it. 12 seconds. This will be just after the second ability. So she's going to clear all the debuffs and put debuff immunity up. And then RJF's just going when she feels like it. She also has a bit of a cleanse. And then my damage dealers are all timed for the attack down and the defense down, hopefully. So I'm just going to run it once for you guys to see. And then we'll call it a day there. I'll slow it down to begin with. So as you can see, I'm doing damage and I'm getting the poison stacks on me. I then have the heal reduction and the poison on all my heroes. But Isilla, say, cleanses everything for me at 12 seconds. My damage dealers are going as well to time the defense down. And when he tries to put the second lot, obviously it's said immune because I've still got that debuff immunity. He'll then eat my guy, and as you can see, the health bar goes up a little bit, but I'm doing enough damage to sort of negate that as much as I can. And then Ardref's going to start attacking again, cleansing some debuffs before Asilla comes back round. And that is the fight for me, so I'll speed it back up now. And yeah, it takes me generally a little over a minute to do this one. I want to say maybe a minute 10 thinking about it. It's been a while since I've run this dungeon. Now, the other reason Ardref is great here, actually I should say, is when she gets to 10 stacks of Blessing, she gives Blessing to all my allies, which increases their resistance by 100, so you're less likely to get the debuffs put on you to begin with as well. So we have one more rotation, and then this will be GG. There's the attack down, then our damage dealers. And there we are, 1 minute 18. Jobs are good. And 1 minute 17, new fast time for me, Christ. And what do you... awful piece, never keep anything like this, regardless of if it's legendary or not. Take a look at the epic pieces, flat attack. We don't want that at this stage. I mean, epic gear I'm not really interested in at this stage anyway. Unless it's got particularly good substats and good main stat. So like this, I might use a rune on to upgrade it depending on what it rolls. So there we are, guys. Short and sweet. But that is your Grave of Rot, your snow dungeon this week. Speed running it. Mine's a little over a minute. There are teams that do it way quicker than me, and I probably could if I optimised it and switched to maybe Ice Blast or something like that. But I hope you found it useful. Take care of yourselves, work hard, but as always, play harder, and I'll see you in another one. Cheers.